What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Roblox Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be making a fishing minigame system for your game. And of course, as always, if you guys don't want to stay around and watch this entire video to learn how to make this system, I will leave it in the description for you guys to get, but I highly recommend that you do stay around and watch so you can learn to continue your development journey. Also, big thanks to this comment for giving me the idea for this tutorial. But now, with all that being said, let's get into this tutorial. Alright, so the first thing you guys are going to want to do is in the description, I have left this fishing GUI for you to get. I'm not going to go through on how to make it just because it's going to take a while and this is a scripting tutorial. It's not really relevant to that. But yeah, I'll leave this in the description for you guys. You guys can customize this however you want. But yeah, this GUI will be in the description for you guys to get, and it's required for this tutorial. So inside this GUI, we have obviously this fishing button right here, and we have the actual like fishing minigame thing. So inside the GUI, let's make a local script. I'm just gonna call this like handler, I guess. And the first thing you're gonna want to get is the tween service. So local tween service is equal to game colon get service tween service. Then we're gonna get the GUI equal to script.parent. Then the minigame frame will be equal to GUI.parent, or GUI.minigame. Then the target, or yeah, the local target will be equal to GUI.target. Minigame frame dot target. Then the local slider will be equal to minigame frame dot slider, and local reel will be equal to minigame frame dot reel. Then local fish button will be equal to GUI dot fish. Then we're gonna get a few more variables. So local success will be equal to 0. Local fails will be equal to 0. Then local success max will be equal to 3. And then local fail max will be equal to 2. And local speed multiplier will be equal to 1. And local fishing will be equal to false. Alright, so basically I want to explain these variables. The success is the amount of times we want the player to like click on this red thing correctly for them to get the fish. The fails is the amount of time, or the fail max is the amount of times we want them to like, if they fail 2 times, then they're not going to get the fish. If they succeed 3 times clicking on the red thing, then they'll get the fish. And the speed multiplier is how fast the white thing will be moving back and forth. Alright, so now we are going to say coroutine.resume and coroutine.create function. Then local reverse equal to false, and while task.wait 0.01 divided by the speed multiplier do, we'll say if slider.position.x.scale is greater than or equal to 1 and reverse is equal to false, then we'll set reverse to true. Then else if slider.position.x.scale is less than or equal to 0, then and reverse is equal to true, then reverse will be equal to false. And then we'll say if reverse is equal to true, then slider.position minus equals udem2.fromScale 0.01 comma 0, and then else slider.position plus equals udem2.fromScale 0.01 comma 0. So what this little coroutine function does is we get this variable, right? Or basically what it does is it makes the slider, this white thing, it's gonna go back and forth, and yeah, that's about it. Like it's gonna go back and forth, and we made it right. I made it this way rather than just using tween service, is so we can actually adjust how fast it moves back and forth with the speed multiplier. So we check if the slider has reached the end of the like bar, and then we reverse it to go this way. Then once it reaches the end of this bar, we reverse it again, go that way, and so forth. Then we'll say fish button dot activated will connect function. Let's make a function for starting the game. So local function start fishing, and we'll set fishing equal to true. Minigame frame dot visible be equal to true. We'll set the success equal to 0. The fails will be equal to 0. The target dot size will be equal to udem2 dot from scale 0.2 comma 1. And the speed multiplier will be equal to 1. And let's also make a function for randomizing the position of the target. So local function randomize target, and target dot position will be equal to udem2 dot from scale, then math dot random comma 0. And we can call that randomized target function inside the start fishing function. Then we can say inside the fish button dot activated, we'll say if fishing is equal to true, then return end, and then start fishing. So if we are not fishing, then we can start the function. And then we'll say real dot activated connect function. And then I will pin this in the top comment, but you guys have to copy this function. This collides with function. This will be pinned in the top comment, and this will basically just check if the slider is touching the target. So inside the real, we'll say if collides with and the slider is touching the target, then that will be a successful one. So success plus equals to 1. Then else, if it's not touching it, then fails plus equals to 1. And we can say randomize target, and then if it's touching it, we want to make it harder for them to actually get the fish. So we will say target dot size. So I'm going to make it smaller. Udem2 dot from scale, and I'll make it like kind of get incrementally smaller. So 3. So in parentheses, so udem2 dot from scales, and we'll make parentheses. We'll say 3 minus the success divided by 15 and comma 1. So this like makes the target get smaller based on how much times you guys, like how many times they successfully reel in the fish. We'll say if fails is greater than 0, then, so if they have failed, then we'll set the speed multiplier equal to 1, because we're gonna like decrease the speed of the slider when they fail. Then else, we can say speed multiplier plus equals, then random dot new next number 0.2 comma 0.5, and then if success is equal to success max, so if they have successfully reeled in the fish 3 times, then minigame frame dot visible equal to false, fishing will be equal to false, and then we will reward them with the fish or like money or whatever. But yeah, this would be where you would reward them with whatever you want to reward them. And then in the fails place, we can just copy this. So when they fail, we want to make it a little bit easier for them to do it because they just failed, right? So speed multiplier minus equals that. So yeah, copy that, paste it down here, and change the plus to a minus. Then if fails is equal to fail max, then minigame frame dot visible It's equal to false, and fishing would equal to false. So this is when they would fail. Like, you guys could even like make like a penalty for them failing, like maybe take away some money from them if they have it. But yeah, I'm not gonna like show you guys how to like make an inventory system for like this fish, because I already have a video on how to make like an inventory system. I have a video on how to make like a data saving system. You want to make a save. I think I have a video on a shopping system and a money system maybe. But yeah, I don't know. So this video is just dedicated for this mini game, which you could even like use this mini game for anything else. So I'm pretty sure if I test it that this should actually work. So I'm gonna click fish, and we can see the sliders moving back and forth. And if I reel, it gets a little bit smaller, so we can see that it was a successful one. Then if I try and time it right again, reel, it didn't get any smaller, so I think I failed that time. I reeled again, I got it that time. You can see it got smaller. But yeah, let me see if I can actually successfully get it. I don't know if I did. I didn't make like a print thing, but you guys can see this does work. And like I said, you guys can use this for whatever you want. Well, that's a little weird. You guys can use this for like whatever kind of like mini game thing you want. Like if you maybe like chopping trees or whatever you want to put this in your game for. I don't know. I'm just kind of yapping at this point. But yeah, that's this mini game fishing system, whatever, done. You guys can customize the rewards, do whatever you want with it. It will be in the description if you guys just kind of skip to the end and didn't actually watch the video. But yeah, thanks. If you made it to the end, I actually really appreciate that. It would also mean the world to me if you guys could like and subscribe. But yeah, leave a comment if there are any other tutorials you'd like to see. And that's gonna do it for this tutorial. Goodbye.